Oh, and the other end, I got that. We did flood.
No, I know you guys had to move the basement, right?
Came in with like the sewer lines because the street is out. But that's only at our end because we're at the end of the street.
Right.
Sewer, like the sewer right there, and so it's really only our street, like our houses and then my two neighbors, the rest of the street.
Okay. We didn't get sewer, but I don't know what came in from outside. Right.
Please stand for the flag
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as follows. By having the time, date, and place of the meeting posted on the bulletin board in the administration building, January 6, 2022, by sending a copy of the meeting notice to the Northern Ledger newspaper on January 6, 2022, and by filing a copy with the Township of Hillside and Hillside Public Library on January 6, 2022. Roll call.
Mr. Yannick?
Present.
Ms. Best?
Present.
Ms. Silo? Ms. Horton Givens?
Present.
Mr. Howard?
Present.
Ms. Simmons? Mr. Shapiro? Mr. Lofton? Ms. Silo? Ms. Cook?
Here.
Thank you.
At this time, we're going to have our Superintendent Glover give a moment of silence for one of our beloved students and his superintendent's report.
Good evening. This past weekend, we were informed that one of our great scholars here in Hillside Public Schools passed away due to some complications of a personal medical matter. While we all mourn the loss of this young great scholar, I would like to take a moment of silence as a collective body and community to recognize the scholar. Before we take a moment of silence, I just want to briefly share, without giving the scholar's name, I think it's important to know that this was a beloved student, and all of our students are beloved. However, this was a beloved student who left a major imprint on his time at Hillside High School and in our community. We offer our condolences to the parent, the family, and all of the students at Hillside High School, along with the administration, and those that knew this young scholar. His greatness will always be remembered. Although he did not get a chance to see his peak, we appreciate the time that he gave us on this earth. If we could all take a moment of silence. Thank you. Principal Sidwa, and to the members of your staff, the board offers their heartfelt condolences because we know that every student that you have put your hands on, you have talked to, leaves an imprint in your heart and to the remaining student body. As we have shared with the family, but we also share with the students and the staff, if there's anything we can do to continue to assist you as a collective body and community, we will do that for you. We understand that arrangements are being made, but trust and believe we will support the students, we will support you and your administration through this period of time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before I begin my superintendent's report, I just want to highlight on the work that we all do. It's really rooted in what's in the best interest of children. And along the way, these children are impacted by the work of adults. And the adults are the catalyst for making sure that our students have a great experience from pre-K all the way through graduation as a 12th grader. when we have events and tragedies like we experienced this past weekend, I hope it refocuses why we do the work that we do. It's not always easy work. And to the educators who are out there, not just in our own district, but across our great state, it's hard, and it's been hard. And it gets harder when you lose a loved one, when you lose a child. It just brings back so many memories for many of us who've had the experiences in the past. But I just wanted to offer that, please let this be a reminder that I fight, this board fights, parents who advocate, sometimes not always in the way that I may think is the right way, but we fight for children. And as long as we continue to remember that, our children will understand what we're doing this for and why. We're not always going to be 100% in agreement, but we fight for children. Anytime we lose a child, whatever the case may be, it's a loss for Hillside, the community at large, because we don't know. That student could have been the next superintendent, mayor, congressional member, and we should remember that child and the family and support the work that is happening with our educators and our students. Unfortunately, technical difficulties happen, but as the great leader of our board said one time, the show must go on. I want to make sure that I just ground us before I bring forth one of our principals who will give a highlight of some of the great activities happening in their school. The Hillside Public Schools has a mission and vision statement that I want to highlight just some words to resonate as we ground the next few minutes of our conversation. First and foremost, our community, and I use the word community, meaning community being all of us, inclusive, is about cultivating innovation, fostering great character, strengthening the minds of our students in a culturally responsive environment, creating leadership opportunities, and making sure that our students can become successful, world-class citizens. When I began my work in this district, and I continue to say this to all that listen, and sometimes it may have to be refreshed, so let this be a refresher as we walk through. What is your role as an educator, school board member, employee, student, parent, community member? What is your drive as an educator, school board member, employee, student, parent, community member? And finally, what is your why? The why should always be to celebrate the success of our students and understand that that should be at the core of our professional beliefs. And in celebrating students, every month we've tried to bring forth the school that we celebrate. And this month, we're going to bring forth AP Moore's Early Childhood Center to let them celebrate the great work they're doing under the leadership of Principal Palmer Gilliard and